What's up, guys? Say hi, Josh.
Hello.
All right, you got another camera on me? Sweet. So, sorry we haven't posted in a few days. We've been doing a lot of touristy things. We went to New York City. That was fun. And then yesterday we were basically completely shot because we went to New York City. We did a lot of walking. Yeah. So today we have to get caught up on things. I can't even speak. So got to start the day off. The typical errands. We're at the UPS store now. Pick up some packages for some stuff I ordered. Then we'll go visit RJ. Pick up some more parts. Get to the shop and get to work. Does that sound good to you?
Sounds good. Jimmy Oaks here for another episode of Jimmy Oaks Garage.
We be out here vlogging. Just at the UPS store, about to pick up another package.
Shout out to Jimmy for letting us stay for the past 10 days. I can't believe it's nearly over. We've had such a good time. We love America. It's so good.
Unfortunately, none of that is cool car parts. It's just stupid life things.
Life is stupid. What's Jip's name?
I think it's Jip's full name is James DeGroff Everett the Sixth. I think he's the sixth.
Do they know what that stands for?
Mm-hmm.
We'll hide it from them.
Do you guys know what Jip stands for?
Yeah, we'll let you leave a comment. Comment below what you think it stands for.
Time to visit RJ, Valenti Chevrolet.
Did you get from RJ?
So I bought inner tie rods. Don needed them because he bought himself the wrong tie rods and wanted to drive his car. So I gave him mine. Now I need some, so I had to reorder them. And RJ got me the hookup. That's how it goes. So
thanks,
see you soon, RJ.
Hi.
What's up, dude?
Enjoying my shitty day at work.
Working hard, hardly working.
Dum-dums.
Perfect for one.
Why do you have an extra handle on your phone? Hi, RJ speaking. Can I give you a hand job? Oh, someone's on the line.
So how big this box is? Nice.
Bye.
Ciao.
Have fun.
Ciao, babe.
Shop, doing more fun things than I am.
Alright guys, I'm officially back at the shop. I apologize for not posting so much the past week. It's been a little harder just because I've had friends in town and you don't want to just like make them be stuck in the garage all day like I usually am. But the first drift event is Saturday. Now I really want to try and make it. I don't know if that's gonna be a possibility. Worst case, I take the BMW, whatever. I'd much prefer to drift my S13 though. So my head gets done tomorrow, hopefully. So which means that it's gonna be a crazy rat race to get the thing back in the car, all tidied up, looking good and everything, and making sure everything works perfectly. But I have half an SR sitting over there and all the parts scattered. So today I'm gonna try and bang out the transmission stuff, maybe the dash, possibly the engine harness. So I guess let's just jump into it because we got a lot of work to do. Let's start on the transmission. So got a new tranny this season. If you guys remember, I bought a whole SR drop-in for the Z32, but I didn't end up needing the transmission because I used a Z-Trans. The transmission it came with is way cleaner than the trans I had. So I got rid of my old transmission and kept the fresh one for myself. So we're gonna get this thing all ready. First thing we're gonna do is put the new shifter on. I got the ISR short shifter kit. I'm excited to try it out. This is literally just gonna go like this. Easy peasy, slips in right there and we should be all set. We have to RTV this though, if not it pisses fluid. So we're gonna degrease the surface, RTV, and then bolt this thing on. I always tend to use way too much RTV, but this is all set. Banjo, shut up. But this is all set. I'm gonna have to remove the shifter piece itself right here when we go to put it in the car, but this should be all good for now. Now the next part is I'm getting the training mount ready. Gonna clean this thing up, put a new mount on it, and Brian Hall is walking in.
Hi!
What's up, B-Hall?
Chilling.
How are you?
Good.
How's work?
Work.
So the cap just broke off of this, and now it's stuck doing this.
It's basically shotgunned it.
Yes, essentially. Next we have the training mount. So this is the OE style one. It's just like this big metal retainer that almost has like a floating bushing. This is the RSR one. It's basically just a big chunk of poly. That's all it does. So this replaces the whole entire thing. Just slips right there. I don't know. It's pretty easy. And of course, then we have the brace that mounts to the chassis in between the mount and the transmission. Easy peasy, Bri.
So easy.
Who wants the part number? Surprisingly still there.
Sticker still on it.
That's pretty cool.
It's from a lazy technician. You're supposed to take the sticker off, guys. The factory didn't leave it there. Somebody changed this thing over at some dealership some 15 years ago and left their sticker.
I think it's pretty cool.
I get yelled at if I leave stickers on parts at work.
It's a very difficult process, guys. I would rate this about a 9 out of 10, so make sure you have ASC certification before you attempt this. Rookie mistake, B-Hall. We were supposed to bolt this onto the mount first because, yeah. So we'll try to see if an impact will do the job.
Yeah, just send it.
Oh,
no.
Try this one. Twist it. There we go. There we go. Oh, there it is. We're good.
Oh, we're good.
I'm pretty happy with it. So now we have the outside essentially done. We have to work on the inside. You want to check your pivot ball right here. This is essentially where your clutch fork right here sits on and it pivots on it. So these tend to get worn out. Not so much on these cars because they're metal. Some cars use plastic ones like the BMW, which you have to replace every time. This one, I polished it up a little bit. It looks good to me. So, of course, we have our slider too with our throw-up bearing on it. I literally just replaced this really quick when I was talking with B Hall. That's really easy, it just kind of presses on. So essentially, this slides onto your shaft right here and pushes against the clutch to disengage it. We just gotta basically clip all these things together, this to hold it onto the pivot ball, grease this up on the shaft, and we should be all set. So let's cue the time lapse. Well, there it is, guys. The transmission is all set. Now, for anyone that has a Nissan, literally every like Nissan transmission from the 90s is like exactly the same process for all of this. Super easy. I mean, even the slider and the fork, I'm pretty sure they use this for the Z-Trans, the RB-Trans, the KA-Trans. It's all the same thing. So it's a very, very easy process.
Here's a life hack from Jimmy Oakes. When you get disgusting mustard color, cover it in wiring harness. You can't really see the yellow through it. There you go, life hack.
Does this look tacky or is it like...
I look better than mustard. That's it.
New slave line. Actually looks pretty good now.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, I'll take it. Not bad. If you guys didn't watch the video where I actually got this, it's actually a new dash. Now last season I did have a dash that was cut for the cage. It came out okay. It wasn't cut amazing. My dash, after 25 years, decided to finally crack over the winter. And then this was always cut out right here. So it was like really, really flimsy, which is whatever, but Roger sold me this for pretty cheap, and I did like a group buy with it, so for a couple bucks to refresh my interior a little bit, I'm totally happy with it. So I'm just gonna clean it up. You can see like right here, it's tight, it fits really tight, but see how it's like these ugly square cuts. Big issue with this is you have to have one side, like you could have one side really nice and clean and the other side has to be trash, because like you could hook it on one side, but you have to like force it on the other side. See how this one's all torn up? This was literally from just having to force it in. I'm gonna suck it up and call that the janky side, because I'd rather stare at the nice side. I'm gonna mark these up probably with painter's tape where it is already cut and where it fits tight, and then try to mimic it on that dash. And I also have to cut it out for my hydro e-brake over here, which is like really, which fits like perfectly. So I should just, yeah, do that. Basically show how much we could leave uncut. So on this side, you'll see how much I have to like pry up on it. So this side has to come out first, and see how it's like, yeah, it's just enough to get this out. So I have to, I really have to cut this out, unfortunately. But then this side just kind of unhooks. Okay. Moment of truth. Works pretty well. All right, I don't think it's gonna fit yet. I think I under trimmed it, but why not test it?
Better under trim than over trim.
Like a boy.
Could be done.
Should I just trim this and just accept it? I don't think it's gonna. Didn't want to have to do this, but I knew I was going to have to, so screw it. Don't break. Oh, we're in.
Sick.
Yo, does it fit in far enough?
Look at that.
I think we're good. I'm really happy with that. She's nice and tight. That's not, this side came out.
Camera in there.
Look how fresh this side came out. That is a snug
Oh boy.
That is perfect. This side I overcut a little bit on the outside right there. But this is perfect. Hell yeah, let's bolt this thing down. That one went right in. They bolt down. It's fully seated right here. This is nice and tight too. We're good. Now what I should have really did while my whole freaking car was apart was paint the cage. But that's another issue we could solve another day. Well guys, I mean, I might as well just start putting my interior back together. So the first thing really is your gauge cluster. Now what's really cool about this is my shell this is actually the original gauge cluster and my speedo does work. So my car actually has only 104,000 miles on it, which is insane. Because I feel like most 240s are over 200K. And realistically, one of my favorite things about 240s is like, it's probably one of the only cars out there that people buy distinctively off of condition, not off of mileage, which is like, it's a cool fact. So at this point, realistically, the interior should be like done with. I have to do the wiring for my gauges still because I want to redo it. Of course, I have that mess right there. If you guys remember, I kind of redid my whole chassis harness and hopefully it works. Gonna put in as much as I think I can get in now. We should be all set. I purchased something very, very important for the car that I'm really excited about, which you guys will find out on Thursday. So stay tuned. Every piece of interior is absolutely filthy. Oh, there we go. We're getting there.
In like 10 minutes.
Come on. Come on. Starting to look like somewhat of a car again. Are we gonna make Saturday? Probably not, but I'm gonna try my hardest. That's for sure. One more thing before we call it for today. Josh, get the steering wheel.
Dusty as fuck as well.
Oh my god, look at this thing. Sorry, S13. That's awesome. I've missed this so freaking much. So the dash came out way better than I can ever expect it to. I mean, look how, I'm really happy with that. Where is this tool? This thing. Air belt sander. This made it so easy. If you're doing if you cut a dashboard cage, get one of these things. But really happy to see this car coming back together. Update on the SR20 head. My buddy, at this point, there's so much work, there's no way it'd get done for the time of the weekend. Luckily, my buddy who's doing the head actually has a spare SR20 head. So he's just gonna deck it and throw the springs in it tomorrow, and so the head should be done tomorrow, which means we could throw it on and then rush to get this car together and broken in and go from there. Fingers crossed. I mean, worst case, we'll drift the E36, but like I said, I'd much prefer the S13. The transmission is all set, so that's all good. Now all I have to do is prep the accessories for the SR, and that should be all set. Everything else in the car is gonna be just wiring, vacuum lines, and fuel lines, which we should be able to bang out pretty freaking quick. Then of course, we gotta dial in the suspension. God, it's a lot of work, but we'll get it done. Right, Travis? We'll get it done.
We're gonna do it. We all gonna do it.
We're all gonna do it, but that's about it. I'm really happy on how the dash came out, and for the little time we had today, we did pretty well. I gotta lace up my BMX wheel. Yes, we're doing BMX things for the first time in a long time. So we're gonna be at Boston.
We have a cup of tea in Boston.
But that's about it. You guys know the deal. Like, comment, subscribe. Stay tuned for more content, and be prepared to get this car together.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.